We have the Glidecam 2000 and the Zhiyun crane. We're gonna see which one does better.
Wow! Come on, groove along. I said, baby, I know you're on a roll. Sweet honey, let's take it real slow.
So as you can see, there are a few differences. When I'm moving much faster and sort of running, the Glidecam 2000 seems to excel at this. The heavier weight, the heavier it is, the less bounce up and down movement you're gonna have. It comes with weights, you can balance it. There's a lot of tutorials online how to balance it. It does take a little bit of time to balance, especially if you want it to be precise. Another note about the Glidecam is that it is pretty heavy, but that is a good thing. That means that it's rugged. It can take a little bit of a beating. I've had this one for over 2 years. No problems with it. I've dropped it multiple times. I've used it in water, and it's a solid product. So yeah, the Glidecam definitely works. It's a great piece of equipment. We use it a ton. I first learned about it through Devon Supertramp, probably like most others. It took a lot of practice. Definitely took a lot of tutorials to balance it perfectly how I liked it. Don't be discouraged. It will be hard. Hold it and get it perfectly balanced and make sure that everything's smooth. But as you keep practicing, it will get better. Moving on to the crane, this seems to be the new piece of equipment that everybody loves. We've always had in mind, maybe getting a Ronin M, a Movi, something along those lines. And so we've always used Glidecams because they're not too big, they're sort of out of the way, there's no electronics, no batteries, nothing to charge, and pretty easy to get around in between guests, get around and not be noticed too much. But now the crane, it comes with this nice hard shell case. So this is the grip that comes with it and 2 batteries. And these batteries, they come with a charger, and they've actually never ran out on us. We've used it for full day weddings. And there it is. I attach a quick release, Manfrotto quick release to it right here. There's a bunch of tutorials how to balance it. I'm not gonna show you how to do that here, but I can probably link some below for you to watch. And it's pretty simple. And the power button's back here. You have adjustments to go up and down. So overall, it's really easy to use. A beginner could use it pretty much right out the box. The balancing is pretty quickly done. But the only problem is it's not as heavy. So compared to the Glidecam, when you're running, you are gonna see some bounce, you are gonna see some shake. It seems to hold the A7S II with a 16-35 lens on it just fine. As far as a favorite, we don't necessarily have a favorite. I know that's not what you wanna hear, but each one is gonna work better for different jobs depending on what you need to do. In a controlled environment, you have a setup shot, you know what you wanna do, this piece of equipment's gonna work great. If you're going nice and slow, it's gonna be very smooth. You're gonna be able to pan up and down, side to side, and it's awesome. However, if you don't know exactly the movement of which way you're gonna be turning, if it's an action sports movement and you don't know where you're going, you kind of are leaving it up to the motors a little bit, and it might not work great for you all the time. The Glidecam, now this, if you're recording sports or anything action, this is great. You have full control, you know where you're going, and there's no batteries. Doesn't matter if it gets wet, you can use it in water, in the rain, and you just have a lot more control of this, assuming you have practiced and you're good at it. To wrap it up, the Glidecam is a great piece of equipment. It's much better for run and gun, but it is a little bit heavier, it's a little bit bigger, a little bit longer of a setup. And this one's much quicker setup, comes with the case, but it does have batteries. It is electronic, you can't control it as good. So yeah, it's kind of gonna depend. We're definitely gonna keep both and keep using both for different jobs. We're not getting rid of either one. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. We're definitely gonna link these, the exact ones that we have. And if you want more videos like this, let us know.